Okay, so let's talk about how to make some big money in the customer program. Now, before I get going, you're going to want to enlarge your screen. You're going to want to watch this full screen so that you can see the numbers as they come by. I also want to preface this by saying that we're not talking about anything other than customers here. We're not talking about bonuses that you make when you enroll distributors. We're not talking about bonuses that you make from your dual team bonus or any other bonus. We're just strictly talking about what you can make from customers and being paid on levels of your distributors' customers. Also, we're assuming in this model that the customers are only consuming one box. So this is kind of a lowest case scenario here. Okay, so when you personally enroll a customer, you receive 40% of 50% of the commissionable volume of that box. So for instance, for a box of Sol, the commissionable volume is $50, 50 points. 40% of 50% would mean that you would make $10 from a box that a customer ordered on a monthly basis. Okay, an additional $25 of commissionable volume would then go into your dual team to be paid out in additional bonuses. But bear in mind, once again, we're only talking about money you're making from customer bonuses in this presentation. All right, 40% of 50% from the people that you personally enroll, but it's possible to be paid on other levels. If you personally sponsor 4 or more customers yourself, then you can be paid on an additional 3 levels of your distributors' customers. So let's talk about how that works. Let's say that you have your 4 personally sponsored customers. That's what qualifies you to be paid on multiple levels of your distributors' customers. The rate that you were paid at is 40% to 50% of the commissionable volume. So the per customer value there on the right-hand side is $10. You have 4 customers, so you make $40. Now, let's say that you sponsored 2 distributors. That's all you've sponsored is just 2 distributors. Now, each of those distributors is going to sponsor 2, and then those 4 will sponsor 2. It's a 2-by-2 duplication in this model. Okay, so you have 2 distributors. That means that if each of those distributors sponsored 4 customers, so that they can also qualify to be paid in multiple levels, you would have 8 customers on your first level. The same level as your distributors, because you have 2 distributors and they each have 4 customers. Now on that level, you're paid 5% of 50% of the commissionable volume. So each one of those customers is worth $1.25 every month they order. That means that in this case, it's $10 that month. All right, moving on. In level 2, let's say that each of those 2 distributors sponsored 2 distributors, so you have 4 distributors on your second level, and each of those 4 distributors wants to be qualified to receive multiple levels of customer bonuses, so they go out and they each sponsor 4 customers. That means you have 16 customers from your distributors on level 2. The customer rate, the payout, is 10% of 50% on that level. So each of those 16 customers is worth $2.50. You make $40 on level 2. Now, let's say that those RAIN partners, those 4 RAIN partners in level 2, go out and duplicate and they sponsor 2 distributors each. That means on level 3, you have 8 RAIN partner distributors. And if each of those 8 went out and sponsored 4 customers to qualify for the multi-layered customer program, you would have 32 customers from your 8 RAIN partners on that third level. The rate is 15% of 50%, so you make $3.75 per customer on that level. You made $120 that month on level 3 customers for a grand total of $210. Now, if these people were on auto ship, these customers, that means you make $210 every month. Also, this is assuming they are only on a 1-box auto ship. They're only consuming 1 box a month. All right, let's change it now. Let's say that you still have your 4 personally sponsored customers, so you qualify for this program. But instead of sponsoring 2 distributors, you're going to sponsor 4 distributors. And each of those 4 will sponsor 4. Let's look at what that looks like. So you have 4 distributors on your level 1, your personally sponsored level. If each of those sponsor 4 customers to qualify for this program, that means you have 16 customers on level 1. At 5% of 50%, that's $1.25 per customer, so you make $20 on level 1 that month. Level 2, each of your 4 distributors in level 1 sponsor 4 other distributors. So you have 16 distributors on level 2. Each of them sponsor 4 customers to qualify for the program. Each of those customers is worth $2.50 on that level, so you made $160. On level 3, the 16 distributors from level 2 sponsored 4 distributors each. You have 64 distributors on level 3. Each of those 64 sponsor 4 customers to qualify for this program. So you have 256 customers on your third level. They're each worth $3.75. You make $960 on level 3. Once again, this is all just based on one box. That's a grand total of $1,180 that you made on your customers in 1 month, with 4 distributors sponsoring 4 each, and each of those sponsoring 4 customers. All right, let's change it again. Let's say you still have your 4 customers and your 4 distributors, but you're going to add another 4. So now you have 8 distributors. What does that look like? Well, on your personally sponsored customers, it stays the same. Because you have 4 customers, you made $40 because you have 4 boxes going out. On level 1 of your personally sponsored RAIN partners, you have 8 distributors on that level. Each of those, to qualify for this program, sponsors 4 distributors. That means you have 32 customers from your RAIN partners on level 1. They're each worth $1.25, so you make $40 on that level. On level 2, each of your 8 distributors from level 1 go out and sponsor 8 each. Now you have 64 distributors on level 2 who each are going to go out and get 4 customers to qualify for this program. You have 256 customers that are each worth $2.50 on that level. That's $640 on level 2. On level 3, the 64 distributors from level 2 went out and get 8 each. That's 512 distributors on level 3. If each of those get 4 customers, that's 2,048 customers on level 3. They're each worth $3.75. That's $7,680 just based on 1 box each on level 3. And the grand total is $8,400. Now, this is a program based on duplication. This is real network marketing. This is being paid on multiple levels. That's why they call it multi-level marketing. And that's why this program was instituted. So pretty fabulous. You can make a lot of money on customers.